Hey cuties, Katrina aka Kat here. I noticed a lot of people were doing flip throughs and posting them on Instagram and the Cutie Me app. I know there's some people that just focus on our group app and not go on the other socials. So I thought I would do a flip through and post it here for you guys. This is an A5 pleather, one that I've used in the past for our monthly items. So I thought it was perfect to start the year off to use for the matching color. I printed out the Junky Me in 23 on some music paper that I had, and then I used some items from my stash collection. On the back, I printed the Cutie Keeper belongs to on the other side. I laminated it due to the fact that because I might have to move this to a bigger A5 or I might transfer it to a different color depending on what's going on, I didn't want the holes to rip or it to get all mangled, so that's why I used the lamination machine. Some of you might have recognized this already from the other posts I've done. This is my collage sheet to try to contribute to the color of the month. I laminated this one due to the fact that I made a pocket on the other side. One tiny thing. This is where my one tiny things are going to live. I made a pocket that I cut the top of the lamination off so I can get into it. And so each month I will put a new one tiny thing in there to show it off. I really liked the year in a glance, the way that it was, so I did not want to put anything over it. On the back, instead, because we're talking about a year in the glance and what's up on the calendar, I made another pocket, so I'll be able to cut out the monthly, what's going on, and slip it right here. So I will be able to check on it when I need to. The one thing I forgot to do is stick the sticker below before I laminated it, so that's why it's above it. I have a kid's book that was given to me from Kelly D, and I've been using some of those pages to use as backgrounds. I was so fascinated on how I was able to make these lemonade pockets. I made another one for currently. So this is the background. Back when children were able to go to the store and pick out their own cards for their parents. This is what I thought I would do currently. And just like the calendar, I can switch it out or start putting a fresh new one on top. And I'll see how bulky this gets. I might just have to take this out and then replace it with the next month's. This was one of those extras. I thought it printed really cool on one of the pages. This one you guys might have recognized. I showed the quote in the group. I don't know if the light is showing on it, but thanks to Michelle D, gluing makes it more kinky. So each month I will put the quote card there, and this is also a pocket, so I can easily pull it in and out of its place. This is an extra. I saw that it was kind of a minty green, and I noticed that the pattern that Kelly B made was not a lot of color in itself. It was black and white, so I printed it on there, and I thought it turned out really cool. And I didn't realize the title of the next story was Lucky. So I'm just saying, lucky. Here is my 3D Top 10 pocket. I'm going to change about this. Sorry, there's things on there I didn't want to share just yet. I'm going to change something about how I do the top 10. Once I do, I'll share with you guys. But I made this more of a 3D. If you could kind of see it on the sides and here. Because my vision is that each month I'll just add another one until it's nice and fluffy. Now finally, I love this page, the monthly page. Just love it. So on the back of it, I laminated it together, but this is actually on vellum. There are no rules. It was kind of warpy, maybe because there was a lot of black ink or something. It just kind of warped. So I stuck it on the back of this page and laminated it so it wouldn't warp anymore. These are those extras also. I just used them instead of journal cards. I printed a sheet out on the back of one of my collage pages. And so I just have a fun thing there. It's Hexie time, and this is my first Hexie of the year, and I love how it turned out. Here's one of Paula's pockets. This isn't the digital version of it. This is the hands-on gluing paper down version of it. I have my journal cards, which I haven't used yet. I printed out a couple because I really liked those journal cards. This was actually part of the collage. So I didn't know what to do with it yet, so I stuck it in Paula's pocket. And this cute girl here is one of the drawings from Talia, who goes by Chasing Olives, or on Instagram. Another extra, I printed on a book page. This is my own thing. Here's another extra. This is from a magazine. I was really confused about the 2x2s. And then I got a flash. So ready, set, 2x2s. This is what I'm going to put to separate my 2x2s. And here's my very first ever 2x2. Junky me style. So I hope you guys like it. I really do. I really like how the tissue paper folded up when I put the paint over it. And then I got some of the other 2x2s from our camp and added into it. So now that I finally have done my first 2x2 page, I'm not afraid of them anymore. Another extra, laminated. I like this. I didn't want to put anything on it. It's not laminated because I thought I would just use it as a pocket. Here is my swatch. That's all I have to say about that. Here's another extra. When I printed this out, it didn't get as wrinkly as you can tell, so I left it by itself. Ink spray and stamp inks are both laminated because I've decided to do it a little different. Each month, I'm just going to stick it on the back of the page. So by the end of the year, there should be 12 bottles, and at the end of the year, there should be 12 vintage inks pad things. Another extra, another extra. This is one of the last things. I still haven't done my challenge yet. I just saw Heidi P's and some other people's challenges, and I think they turned out great. So I decided like an old school binder folder thing, and then I'm just going to stick the challenge papers in here. And then once I do it, I will create it and then probably, put it behind here and show you guys. And then the very last thing is one of the Hexies. I'm neither point up or flat top. I just really liked how this looked in here. So that's it for my Cutie Keeper, Junky Me in 23. Bye!